Hello! Good morning. Now, week in 3 of the artist book P is putting together with me. Mainly her, but now mainly me after yesterday. Last week we demonstrated the assembly right at the start, worked through that and some techniques and frames and covers and, you know, frames and more frames and more frames.
And some are still sitting, waiting.
And waiting.
Patiently.
Yes. So we did all that, and now we have a stack of book pages. And she still has more. Yes. I told her to stop giving them to me because I just don't know that they will.
We ran out of time last night.
I just don't know that they're going to fit.
Did we get one of those things out to see?
Well, I have one of the big ones, but hold on. I have a few things. Whoa.
Okay.
Okay. So, first of all, good morning to Robin and Lisa. And we have Chris and Ann. Good morning, all.
And Junk Journal Market Lori B.
Oh, Lori B. We were just talking about how
I love your texture
stuff.
stuff.
Oh, and Sandy, good morning. Now remember, all right, I'm going to talk about the little giveaway thing. So make sure that you let me know in the chat here that I obviously see that you guys are here, but, you know, give me a big rundown of those that are interested in entering. You know, just put in there that, you know, giveaway or, you know, me please or something like that. I want to see that in the chat, please. And then if you haven't shared the event, this event right here, this video, you still have the same opportunity all week long. Share out the video once it's gone to replay or whatever, because that helps us out too.
Hi, Sandy.
And then, okay, then number 3, after the replay, like once live stream is done, come back to the replay. Let's, and then make some comments. Let me know there that you are also interested in the giveaway. And if, you know, have questions or whatever, that's always good there too.
Have we decided what we're giving away?
Yes. So we're giving away one of these sample sets of the characters. That means that they have been used and slightly abused and a little bit, you know, depending on which version.
Oh, I should show them my drawings. I have them out.
I'll cut out new ones. And hopefully I have worked out most of the issues.
I'm on generation 3.
Yeah, that's why they have not been posted yet. Aw, thanks, guys. I think they're saying...
Oh, thank you. Did
Yeah.
you see my jewels today? Oh, here.
I said thanks. I don't know if she was talking to me or you.
This is... I made this... I made this many years ago.
Here, let me get this out of the way.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't do our intro. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
This is PM Artist Studio. There we go. Patricia, Mariah. Yeah. Most of you guys know us.
I don't think we have anybody there that doesn't know who we are.
Let us know in the comments.
Oh, awesome jewelry. Thank you. This is my bone. These are actually buttons, which I strung together. This I made many years ago.
Oh, they are buttons. I just now noticed
And then
that.
I have to find my... Oh, yeah, this from the Santa Fe flea market, and it was slightly messed up, but I didn't really care. He gave it to me for a really good price. And there's my little bone hand.
Oh, Hansa.
Hansa with the eye.
We might be learning a little bit about the eye. Did you print out your information? Do you remember
I didn't print out that information yet because it was too many pages and I just didn't have time to decide. But I do have information on jack-o'-lanterns and witches and cats.
There you go. We're going to learn some stuff today.
And I'm going to look up information on skulls. Skulls didn't make it to the journal.
Yet. Maybe.
Just the one on the front.
We're working through it.
Judy.
All right. So this is, look at this stack of stuff here. And let me tell you, this took us an entire day from morning to I got to go to bed.
And that doesn't count the last 2 weeks I've been working on, you know, making it so that it got there.
This thing is ridiculous. And she's got more over there. I just, like I said, told her, stop. Yeah. It might have to be volume 2.
I don't know. We just need some fatter. If y'all know where those any muy grande.
That'll work in the Zutter. I think we just
I
need to
couldn't
move up
find
to a
it.
muy grande binder
Oh,
machine. And I think at some point they do actually. I've no. I mean, I don't know. Have you seen them with like really big ones?
no, not really. That I can think of.
I mean, we could. You know, well, that would have been a good thing to think about prior, but we could have gone with like an actual binder, like a 3-inch,
Yes.
3-hole punch binder. But that would have really. I don't think that they come in square.
Let us know if you found one.
Maybe a wedding album or something. We could have used that.
I could muck that up pretty good, yeah.
And I bet we could find some on sale. There's some ideas right off the bat. Tips and tricks, y'all.
Yep.
Tips and tricks. Okay, I'm going to go to the top camera. P's going to stay here. We'll see if she can actually stay engaged long enough to...
Yeah, I'm a little ADD, and if I don't have things to do, I get in trouble. I'm kind of...
But here we are. Now, these lovely little things you can kind of recognize here.
Sorry.
She just says, wowza. Yeah, wowza's right.
Was that my jewelry you were talking about?
No, I think she's talking about the journal. We already talked about your jewelry.
See, I matched that page. Did you notice that, y'all? See, I matched that page. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to put some things together. We've already put, like, we spent a lot of time just
I
getting
don't know
things...
if I love that page opposite of that page.
Okay, so
I think we need a plain page.
let us know. Okay. Are you guys a yay or a nay on this? I'm kind of a yay.
I just
I
don't...
definitely love that. Was that supposed to go there?
No, that has a page that it goes to. That's the drawing of the woman that you wrinkled.
It is. So,
Or
see,
the
that should
person
just-
that you wrinkled.
Yeah. I was wondering where this went. Stay tuned. That one's going to come back around. But look at that. I think that's fine. She doesn't like...
I don't like that.
What do you guys think? Let us know. Let us know.
It needs to be a plain one opposite of one that's busy.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed that. That's how this works.
Which adds more pages.
Wow.
I'm just, just throwing it out there. Pay.
Well, now the back of this is really quite nice. So if you can figure out some way to maybe hinge it. See, look how good those two look together.
Okay. I'm liking that. Look at this, though. Our little thingies may not be matching up. I just noticed that.
Well, that's going to be a bummer.
Well, it's going to be kind of interesting. Why is that? Where did I go wrong?
That's usually mine. You should see the stuff that I measured. Mariah will make fun of
That's
it
okay.
later on.
I
Just hang in there.
No, see, all I need to do is get another hole in there, and we'll be all right. Now, that's going to be wonky. That may not match up to that exactly.
Well, I think it'll go with the spirit of the thing. Nothing really matches up anyway.
Jeez. Hey, if you're okay with it,
Jeanette's probably having
Yeah.
she's having an epileptic fit. Hey, you might give her a heads up.
Oh, hey, Violet.
Hi, Violet.
We're working out issues right at the beginning here. That I can probably fix and figure out. Well, I'm just kind of curious as to why that didn't line up, but things have been done in different phases, so,
I don't think it's the end of the world, okay?
Okay. Yes, I believe that can be worked out. If all else fails, I can even glue a thing here and repunch, because we've done that before.
Yes, we have.
We've done that before.
Yes.
Okay, so I am very much liking... I'm going to put the cover off to the side here.
What does Izzy always say?
Well, she's been saying it like this last week. Must improvise.
Yes.
And I think she's picked it up from P, but I'm not really sure. Who knows what show she's been watching.
Well, I tell her that a lot.
Yeah.
When she wants something that we don't have.
Next question. Do you want it to flip this away or this away?
I want it to flip that way because I want it to cover up the other thing.
The fish.
But now this, then we're going to need, I don't know if we need anything there. Maybe not.
Okay, so if these did line up and I fix all that and it goes where it's supposed to go.
I know, and you need to take the card out so they can see the back. And I'm going to write on the back.
Oh, they
That's
saw
another
this.
my research.
Oh, you did some work to that.
I did some work
I
to
tell you, she
that.
cannot leave things alone.
Well, there's going to be information on the back about the plague. Oh no, not me, Lisa. I meant.
She's terrible about she'll read it, but she's not going to read it out loud.
And Judy says, "Good morning, Judy. You missed your cover."
Good morning, Judy. Well, we're figuring out. We've already figured out that we got a little issue with that, but again, fixable. And then P does not like these together, so we are going to make it so it flips.
Look at that lovely gel plate.
Yeah, that's so wonderful. And if this does flip,
And that is one of the techniques that I've really kind of learned
just
how to do more purposefully with the sprays.
so
Maybe we'll get to that. I don't know. It wouldn't be a PM Artist Studio Live without a little gel plating.
Yeah. Hey, that reminds me, since you guys are here. Oh, hey, Dawn. Good morning. Hello, hello, Dawn, at the Book Vandal shop. That's awesome.
Oh.
If you guys would give us a thumbs up.
She gave us a heart.
Aw.
Does that count?
And again, remember, if you guys are here to enter the giveaway, let me know. Let us know that you're here in the chat. If you're just stopping in, that's, totally fine. We'd love for you to stay and hang out. But you got to let us know in the chat that you are here and interested in the giveaway. So, I can probably get it to hit right about there. How do you feel about that in life?
I feel like that's absolutely wonderful.
Some things are also going to alter a bit because we're going to have a spring in the way, and so it may actually end up, I kind of like that. Look at that little ghosty person kind of hanging out over there.
Yeah, I really like that better than the other, actually, because it does. It has that little ghost at the top there going, oh.
Okay. So now our next thing to figure out, because I think what should happen is this hits the edge over here. What would you like me to hinge it with?
I want you to use that tape that I made a long time ago that looks old-timey.
Hey, and I actually know where it's at. Look at that. We learned this little trick. From Nick the Booksmith, wasn't it?
Oh, heavens, I don't remember that. That was so long ago. That tape should be curled up. And
I was actually surprised that it wasn't kind of weird and funky, but we'll see. It may be.
Well, it's definitely going to need glue.
Yes, and we will put Mod Podge over this because that is what we have done in the past anyway.
Yes, and I have some.
Do you want one piece or can I?
I want one on one side and one on the other.
Okay, but, alright, I got, this is nice. Look at that. But the other one's going to be short and I may have to put two together. You cool with that?
Well, I think that you don't want to, you want to stop here and start there. You don't want to go over my cross.
Oh, okay. See? Alright, keep reading the chat there while I think about
Entering
ways
giveaway. All right, and
to bonk you on your head.
It says, oh my gosh. Hi, Dawn. Can I just ooze love for you, please? I just finished making a file folder journal via your March 2021 video. Thank you.
Oh, Violet's talking to Dawn.
She is. But I'll have to watch that. I don't think I've watched that
I
one.
love some file folder.
Is it coming off?
Well, yeah, but look, some stuff is leaving behind, but that could have just been because I think you did this on here.
Oh, I did. It was
Okay.
alcohol ink.
Like I said, I'm very surprised that this still looks the way that it does. If I get this all off on one piece and not curl it all up together, it's going to be absolutely...
You want me to, I don't know.
No.
Did you already do it?
Some of the sticky is staying.
Oh. Like I said, can you say glue?
Yeah, we're going to need some glue, but look at that. That was some professional stuff right there. Oh. Yeah.
It's like a little...
It's not that sticky down there on that end. But I'm going to try to get it to stick wherever it does. actually have
Well,
sticky.
here, put something on one end.
Okay.
Oh, my
Hold on.
jars of paint are kind of light because they don't have any in them. I did not get around to making paint. How about a clothespin?
I'm good. I
Okay.
got this, lady.
Okay.
I got it. Now,
Boy, this is, y'all came to watch some really riveting stuff today, gluing down tape. Is that actual tape? Yes, ma'am, it is.
It is.
It is actual Scotch brand tape
All
that
right,
I
this
put
is
alcohol ink on. And it's kind of, because, you know, alcohol ink sort of dissolves plasticky stuff
Yeah,
sometimes.
I think that's certainly.
And I know that it affected the, but I think it's perfect for this page.
Hey, you know, this is what's nice about doing things for you. Like, you're not that picky about these sorts of things. She's got, don't get me wrong, she's picky about certain things. She has a list.
That is just
But this
so
is
wrong.
not
Reminds
one of
me of sticky fly tape. Yes! Oh my goodness, I wonder if you could, no, but it has stuff on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not good stuff.
And I think that's kind of double-sided. That might get real tricky.
You just kind of consider this like really ultra bad washi tape.
I'm just so.
Washi tape does not roll up, but
I think this will work because remember I used some of this on that little steampunky crazy journal I did.
oh yeah,
And I had glued it down too just because I had anticipated it not lasting long. Because like we said with the alright. But I think it's a good call that we're going to be doing. Oh, please say I have this the right way. Okay. That's the other thing. Okie dokie, Smokey. Now, crazy lady says, must stop there.
well, why don't you use a long one and just it'll be perfect.
What are you talking about?
Well, if you use this one, by the time you get through there, you'll have enough at the bottom. You don't have to go the whole way.
Oh, you're saying,
yeah.
oh, I don't know about that, but okay. Okay, read the chat.
Read the chat. Okay, very interested in giveaway. All right. And I even thought, you know, throwing in some of my
Oh, yeah. So, well, don't talk about
my
that.
paper clips. I'm not supposed to talk about.
Oh, the paper clips. Yeah, we could do that. You know, we'll probably throw in little extra things. Now, the other thing is you can pick, where is my X-Acto knife? I think I had it this morning, right?
I don't know. You want me to fetch mine? I know where mine
I'm
is.
looking for the cork.
Yeah.
There's a pokey thing. Oh, here it is. It's just leaning off to the side. All right. Sorry about that. We will... I don't know if I did that hard enough. Hopefully I did. But let's give it another little go there. Not that worried about this
I was
acetate.
gonna say I don't think I'm gonna make any more of that tape. I'm kind of done with that.
But you can also choose a 5x7 or 4x8, and we're going to choose 3 winners. That will be the beginning of next week.
Okay, who is Base H?
Oh, that's Becky.
Oh, hi, Becky.
See, she's not used to seeing the people's handles. Now, this is
No.
still sticky, which is very lovely. That certainly makes this much easier when it's still sticky.
I think it looks so cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Glad you're happy.
Well, if I wasn't, I'd just come back later.
I know what you would do. Just do something that's... And she wouldn't tell me either.
And the other reason that I don't want to bind these today is because I still want some of them.
She's still container gardening, y'all.
I need to do a bit more because there's very little on some of these, very little stenciling. And when we get to this one page, I will tell you why. But it's because I was really working diligently to get this to the point that it is right now. And last night, Mariah, yeah, oh, yes. I mean, totally struggling, because what happens is I get off into
I'm at right now.
a little area of...
There we go. Look at that.
Did you
I did. I worked it out.
fighter?
I did.
Got it.
I got it.
And that little card that's in there, did I already talk about that?
Last week.
Last week.
But you may want to give them a little refresher.
Because I think there were people that weren't here last week.
And then if you want to tell them a funny story about container gardening and why we say that, you could do that.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, that is a cool little card that Lisa got at a craft fair, and the person did not sign it. And I wanted to texturize the back, and there was a really sweet little note on the back to Lisa. But I just signed the person's name with a pencil down in the corner. And that way I feel like I'm giving credit to the artist. Of course, this will not be sold anyway, or certainly not mass produced.
She wants to be buried with it, she told me. I don't know if that will happen. I told her I couldn't commit to that. Might be worth something. Maybe.
I'm going to write ugly notes in it that she can discover later on when I've passed on.
How's that? I feel pretty good about it.
I feel pretty good about it. We'll check it later to see if it's rolled up.
Yeah. I don't know which way I should. I love that. Look, it almost kind of repeats the...
Yeah.
We may have to come back and do a bit of Mod... I think we should Mod Podge over it. Because that'll help hold that down. But that's certainly like a little finished work that we can do later.
Yes.
Hey, one page done. Look at that. And we're, 20 minutes in.
I only have
Boom.
15 more to go. I don't know.
Now,
but some of them are front and back, so...
This also gives us an opportunity to possibly use some of your other stuff. Could even be the skulls. I don't know what your thoughts are about that.
That might go
and
really
then remember,
good there.
you gave me this really awesome thing. Here's the dilemma that she presents me all the time. Do you see that it's love? This is like the scrapbooker, problem with the pretty double-sided paper, which I guess is great if you're going to have the sheet that you see it both sides, but if you're gluing things down, it's a real problemo.
Well, now, I envision something like this. If you put it in there and you do this thing here, then it flips over, but you can also make it into little pockets or whatnot.
Oh!
See?
But Anne is saying thanks for the shopping alert about the Strathmore Black Mix Media Paper. I know, it's awesome. And by the way, $6.22. I don't know if I put the link in this one, but I will come back and drop in the link. I think it's still at that price. I can't. Here's my ideas. We put the little envelope back together, like so-ish.
Okay.
And then I know that we're still kind of losing some of that. Or maybe we even just... I would like to do magnets or something so we can pull it off.
Yes, I would love that.
I could do magnets on the 3 little circles, and then we could match it up with some stuff back behind there.
And that's where I could put my story about the Black Plague.
Yes, there you go. So, you're cool with me at least reassembling to this point.
Yeah, because there's going to have to...
We got to lose something here, unless you want to fold it up each time, which I think... I mean, we could.
I don't want to. And I don't mind losing that bottom part because I think it's the least interesting. The thing I don't want to lose is I love these little things on the back.
Well, and what would be cool is if I do the magnets just right. I won't be able to do this funky pattern because I need them to match up. But if I flip it, if I do some of them...
I need to do some stenciling up there.
See, this is where her brain is. And then mine is on the whole mechanics of, putting the magnets down. If I put 2 and 2 and line them up properly, I can then swap them out and be able to flip it so that way they still magnetize either which way you want to put them down. Thoughts?
I love it, but I'm gonna have to do some stressing on that.
So
because it's kind of bright orange.
I'm not going to do that here today because the magnet work is, I mean, I
Oh, yeah,
probably spend an hour just farting around with that. But
We
now
don't
you
wanna
guys
do that.
kind of know the idea behind that, and that we just...
And I think it would be cool if it was just open like that. See, look how
What is
cool.
written in the back there?
I don't know.
Secret messages, y'all. Secret messages. Okay, I like that very much, but...
I think it was something that I put down on the table to catch the sprays, and then it became something else.
I think it says eclectic. Oh, I think this was one of your little... This is like the, labeling. This is eclectic. Just in case you wanted to know.
Okay.
Okay, but that's what I'm going to do there, and then she'll come back, and so we'll show this probably completed next week, and I'll talk through exactly how I did place those magnets and things to get it once I have it on the page. So, there we go.
Hinge that into a pocket. Good idea. Thank you, Lisa. Becky says, I always forget to sign.
Yeah. Okay, this one is...
People should always sign their artwork.
Yes, always.
Absolutely.
Somewhere. We usually put a PM sticker somewhere, and then we sign next to it.
I'm going to write a whole signature page in the back of this journal.
And we're going to put a big PM sticker on it. Just in case,
We're going to
in
put
case somebody digs you up. Can come back and watch the archive videos. I'll put a QR code on it, too.
Is that
Sorry, I hope
the
that's
kind of
not
thing
morbid.
Well, we have a morbid subject matter here, so we're good.
Okay, this one we decided, because you guys had seen a lot of this last week, or at least the tags, but P did come in, we decided voodoo. She wrote that, but I suggested voodoo. This is one of the little characters.
Oh, can
that's
I
in
bring
the
him
set.
over?
Yes. Finally, I don't know which version you're seeing, but just know that if you do win and you want the set, you're going to have the most,
Recent
version.
I'm just going to bring the artwork.
Okay. And also know that probably still needs some work because these are tricky, tricky little things because A, they are little. And in order to get some of this detail and stuff, it just...
Everybody except the devil's on there.
Well, that's okay. He has a couple pages coming up. I know this is not exactly like the most high contrast. You would be griping about this. Be like, oh, really? Wow. That's how you're going to show me? Okay.
Here, this is the
There
original
we go.
drawings.
Yeah, these are the original sketches. You can see.
Here, which was very problematic.
Oh, she was. She's many things.
And the end product there is an amalgamation of all of them.
And mention
and
to Lisa. See how I turned her hat? Lisa sent me this cool picture of her wearing a really cool hat. And so I did, that was one of the things that made me think about that. I forgot to mention that to you. Because Pete thought it was a really cool idea, but we were, we've basically said hi and bye this week.
Seriously. I was getting very anxious.
And here's the pumpkin. And we tried to save as much of the creepy little queen pumpkin in the background. I love her. I think she's just wonderful and weird. And all the other little pumpkin faces back there. And it still says, like, something pumpkins there. But this is one of the characters. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yep.
The paper is back to regular price. Bummer.
Oh, I knew they would figure it out at some point. We probably
I am
triggered
sending you a signature for the skull. Oh, great. I am so happy you're doing that. I will have to put up a post to remember. Yes, we understand that. Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
A lot of times what we do with our journals, we love putting in definitions.
And that's, okay, is Felicia here?
I haven't seen Felicia pop in, but you're supposed to be watching the chat. Oh, Carrie's here. Hi, Carrie. She's on her Skype call, lurking. That's okay. She'll be back in properly in a half an hour. Awesome. Yes, the crooked hat is the best. I really want one of those hats. I mean, I've had a few witch hats.
She loves the pumpkin.
The pumpkin's super cute. He's quirky but cute and, with enough attitude.
Yeah, now I'm going to put the jack-o'-lantern information on the back of that card, which is been distressed and gel plate.
Let's talk about this little beauty of, holy cow, took me a while. Just notice, I mean, it's a pocket. So I had to pop out the frame, which, by the way, at the last moment, I was like, oh man, I put glue there. So what I had done is I shoved a piece of acetate in there that I had from packaging or something while it dried and then popped it out. And I was like, whoo, that was a good save. Yeah, you didn't know that was going on.
I did not.
This is some of the we say sorry silk. It is not silk. Majority of it is
this is from the rug.
Synthetic. Yes.
This is from the rug that we took apart.
So those rugs that you get at like the dollar store, Five Below, whatever. Hey, well worth it.
Yeah, $5, and we have a whole sack full of.
Now it's quite the process to take it apart.
It is.
And it's kind of stinky.
It is that.
So, you know, FYI on that. But then P took the alcohol ink marker, made this one orange. Can't imagine that it's going to stay that way for very, very long. We probably should come in with just run a line of dimensional Mod Podge or something to help seal it in.
Well, if we'd had extra time, I would have actually embroidered that, but
it was already there.
Oh,
look, and I caught some of the furries behind the thing. I'll have to just trim that. But this does actually lift, and you could put things behind it like that. Look at that.
Other things. Yeah.
Little stuffy Heidi pocket in a window.
And you need to talk about that frame too, because last week you saw that frame.
Yeah, this is the one I said that was too light and that really needed to be darkened up, especially if it was going to be used with like the pumpkin and some of these others, because like one of the things that P had mentioned last week is that whole idea of not making the frame the artwork unless, you know, don't worry, we have some of those examples.
Okay, I tore the cat off of this. That's what the back of the face that you see there. And then I drew a little shadow around the edge of my zombie.
Yeah, I love that because it even looks like he's kind of, it goes with his melting away face stuff. I also think that he looks sort of like a weird 80s rock star kind of, you know, with the makeup and whatever. So he has like multiple personalities.
Yes, and thank you, Lisa, for that card. I thought it was
yeah, this was some of the stuff.
Absolutely brilliant.
Okay, now, everybody brace themselves. Take a drink of your coffee.
You need to scoot that over because these are companion pieces.
Because really, like, I am so proud of this spread. So.
I'm very proud of it, too.
Oop, oh, man.
Don't show that one yet.
Well, it goes together. It has to be displayed together.
We flipped the pages, yes.
There. Okay, so give us some woot woot, green hearts, love witches, all of that sparkly yum yum, because holy cow, I love this page so much. The spread. Yeah.
Heather said I've got Big Block Sing Song in one ear and my daughter FaceTiming in the other.
Oh, that sounds about like how things are around here half the time.
Yes.
Okay, so more things that Lisa sent us. This was the little house.
Oh, here's Peppy Miko Kostadinova. Hello. I do not know you.
No, Peppy's new.
But these guys know who she is.
Ah, I think they're being friendly, which is
Are
lovely.
you being friendly? Or
We're a friendly group.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so another one of the altered frames, because remember, I think you had done some of the gel printing last week, but then did some more of the milky white, shadowy stuff.
And then I used my technique to...
A little bit, so we don't have... Because this has got some shiny things.
Because that's the shiny stuff on there is one of those sprays that I did that technique where I sprayed.
Yeah.
And then I had the but that house is from Lisa. And then up in the corner is the old gears that we retired.
Yeah, because they have to get retired after a while because they get gooey and...
Yeah, they're little things close up.
Look at that.
Look at that pink pussy there.
Cat.
Yes.
The pussy cat.
Pussy cat.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And I have a whole thing about witches and kitties.
Witches and kitties. So this is the witch. I've actually got her to a point where I think she's looking good.
Yeah, you can see here.
Jeez.
Yeah, okay, you can't see because here's the original witches.
Yeah.
And then she became that.
And then here's the kitty. That's the one. That one's pretty good. Still got to do a little work on the eyeballs, but, you know.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, and then, look at that. Look at
That's
that.
one of the little taggy cards. I made it into a mummy. And we don't have mummies. We decided that was definitely something we overlooked. We needed a mummy.
Let us know in the chat, like, some other characters. Oh, hello, Felicia. We were just asking about you.
We were, because I made a definition. Do you still have the definition page to show her? Because that's where I got the idea, was the really cool journal page that she made with the definitions.
We use definitions a lot, but yes.
I know, but I did it just like she did with the pronunciation and everything.
That's true. I don't always do that.
And I thought that was pretty cool.
There you go. So, from zombie pumpkins to witches. Okay.
Witches and ditches.
Oh, goodness. Don't get her started. If Izzy was here, she'd just...
There's the kitty that came off the zombie card.
No, yeah, that was the other cat. I'm
Oh,
pretty
it was
sure.
the one headed back the other. I didn't use
But the
him.
cat and the thing go so cool. Like, you know, there's really good tie-in from one page to the next. Again, I wanted to have this page, these two done, because P had shown a lot of it last week, and we kind of talked through it. Most of it stayed true. Now, placement-wise, we were going to do the house this way, but we ended up doing it this way.
So that you could have both pages open and looking up both pages, because they interrelate.
Yes. She's going to put the information about the cat.
And I want you to look. Can you hold that up? That's that's the puzzle stencil, and it's purposeful because kitties are puzzling.
That they are.
I thought that was a good.
I just think it's so cool. Like, and it has again a nice tie-in to here, and well done, P.
I know. It does have some ripples on the back. I got a little carried away with the glue.
Well, and it was hard to put under the press of the...
because the cat's a bit dimensional.
Yeah. I was going to mention that to you last night, but then I was like, well, I don't know what I have to really need to be, like, shimmed up or whatever.
Yeah.
We could spray it and try to flatten it out.
I needed to make the back and then put the cat on.
Thank you, Heather D. All right, so now on to one of the other tags that... This was more stuff that Lisa had sent.
Judy says, wickedly wonderful. I know. Check out those little... I made them into little portraits.
Yes. So I cut these frames.
On the Cricut.
So that way they would fit perfectly. And then these are some of the jewels that we just posted. There's a whole video. Look, your things are... I think that was from the tape. Look
What?
at my fingers. That was from the tape.
Oh, yeah, the alcohol ink, for sure. Because it doesn't stick to that slick surface very well.
No. And we've got to get that Mod Podge.
Yes.
But she altered them further to really go with...
Look at that.
Yeah. I liked the orange one. It was a little happier face forwarding. And this is lace that... Well, I stole it from Izzy. I really did. So, Anne, you might recognize this, but then we sprayed it with the...
Licorice.
licorice. And then I put it on pop dots, which I love, you know, from the card making days. So then this can actually, you could pull it out if you wanted and just have that other little piece there. But this is one of the cards that Lisa sent, and then I backed it because it was a little bit, you know, it's not like cardstock. So I needed it to be a little heavier weight.
And this is where the story is going to go with fun facts about cats and witches. It's going to go on the back.
And then you saw these little people last week, but then put them in the frame. Did that. Our washers, I'm telling you, these things are so awesome. I might start selling them in the shop. I just haven't really figured out like how to do colors or if you guys want to request colors.
Now you need to open that up so they can see.
Oh.
It's actually a little pocket.
I just didn't want to stuff that back in there, but that's fine. I'll just
Well, you
put
can
it
hand it to
later.
me and I'll stuff it.
See, look at that. Made it kind of like a little ticket. And it was hilarious. P's like, how did you notch that? I'm like, hello, we have the little crocodile thing that does that.
I didn't ever know that before. She's failed to tell me that.
And P sent, or Lisa sent P some of these. This is all more stuff that Lisa had sent.
That I'm going to write on.
Look, a little extra. I figured that I might use it somewhere else, but look at that. Isn't that just... And I love that embossing folder because it looks sort of froggy for here, and then it's going to look kind of like bubbly lava later. You'll see that. P's going to write more of her information stuff on these.
And I know, and look at, did you
Toe
see?
tag.
You need to tell them about how cool I bent all the little edges on this little pocket up there back under.
Yes, you showed that
And
last week.
It came that way.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Lisa, were you the one that had done that?
I guess she did. I don't know. That's the toe tag.
Yeah, there you go.
One of them.
All right, putting everybody back in. This
Don't
I did in a
forget the kitty.
similar way, but so this stuff was really great. It was already sewn together like this. It's like 3 pieces, I think. I think there's 3 there. 2 or 3. I thought there were 3. I guess it is just 2 pieces sewn together. Then it created this business, and I just used double-sided tape to put it down because it sticks to it wonderfully. So
Yeah, it doesn't do so well with the glue because the glue goes through and gets all over your hand.
yeah, and I just could not get the glue to hold it with the darn. Like, I mean, even putting these on there, I had to put clamps down, which, you know, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm very, very pleased with that spread. All right, now on to some unfinished things, and let's make some decisions about what we're going to do. Oh, do I know? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very exciting. Now, check this. Remember we did this last week.
Yes, Mariah did that.
This was the wash, you know, the just real fast, kind of light coat of the metallic pearlescent fine tech watercolors. Hey, by the way, Carrie has a really cool video out that she just showed of schmink? Or is it schminky?
It has an E on the end. I don't know if you pronounce it or not.
She said it in the video, and I just cannot remember. Anyway, she did a great review of some watercolors that come with, she got kind of like a half and half set. So it has some regular colors and then some of the pearly.
I have newt.
Yes.
Oh, a frog. Oh, a bat.
We are going to...
Oh, I love that. Lovely stew. I need to write down that recipe and put it on the back of my card.
There you go.
But look at that butter shining through.
And so P had done some gel plate printing on this, and then I cut it out. And now it has the web stencil. If you guys are interested in this one, I do have... I think I do have this only over on our website.
Because that kind of goes with the characters.
Yes, and it has... You have options to get... I think the witch and whatever. I don't know. Or have I posted that? I need to
We
double check
talked
that.
about it, but it's kind of been a week from hell.
Yeah. Work stuff is crazy too. So, we're going to glue that down. And then we're going to go into the scientist guy.
Oh, and we do have a girl scientist.
We do. We changed the one into a girl. You got to stick around for her. So we're ready to glue this down, right? That's Dunsies ready to...
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to make some decisions on this before I glue that down just to make sure
I don't want to glue that down right now because I just had another idea. I need to...
About him? Or
Well,
just...
see, what this is brayer off. Which I then, brayer stenciled off because this was left over from something else. And then I didn't have the going all the way around. So I need to take care of that. So that doesn't need to be glued down quite yet.
Oh, scientist guy not ready.
Scientist guy not ready.
But
you can glue the frame.
All right, let's do it.
Now, does it have... Yeah, it's going to go on the back of that, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to move this over. Oh!
What?
Well,
Did you forget something?
I did. I totally skipped over. Hold on one second here. We'll glue that down just a second. But I was like, well, shoot. Shucky darns. Because we were so focused on getting this done, I didn't flip it over. Now, you guys, I don't know if you saw the little video in the group, but hey, that kind of gives me an opportunity to say, if you are new to the chat and you are not part of the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artist group, I did post a little video of a sneaky peek that I finished this up because P went ahead and gel printed the frame. She showed this last week, and then we talked about how we were going to put it together. That has now been done. There was also much discussion on like which way to put the hand because I wanted him kind of grabbing in. This leads us to something that we constantly are always trying to be aware of when creating these spreads is which page is it going to go on? Because I was like, you know, we have a lot of pages that are for sure going to be on the right side. This is the left, you know, so I was like, let's create a left page. That's why we made sure that this is over here and that it's going to open to the left.
And then you have a lovely...
And then you have this, which actually you can put in other prints in here. Because
yeah,
see,
if you get
can
tired of that one.
slide it through. I made it open at the top for that. I mean, you could just, you know, tuck it in and do this, but sometimes it's easier just to bring it through.
Well, and sometimes mine are kind of stiff.
Yeah, you never know. So I left us options with that.
But I like that idea a lot. I think anything that you have that creates flexibility, you should go with that.
Yeah. Trying to not blind you guys with the light.
Yeah.
There we go. But look at that grate. I was so proud of P on this crackled E. She's really got that more perfected now.
I do. You use the sprays along with the acrylics.
Yeah.
I can control it pretty darn good.
Yeah. And there, Lisa has popped in the Facebook group. So if you want to join us and you are new or you're watching the replay, please click that link. Come on over. We would love to see you. Please answer the questions. Not going to let you in if you don't.
I probably missed it. What paper did you use for the binding strips? Anne wants to know.
Oh yes. Okay.
Binding strips.
All right. So our friend Mo sent us, and at first I was like, man, I don't really know what I'm supposed to use this stuff for, but I think it's seam binding. And I'm telling you, I have used this black for all sorts of stuff. And it's really, because it's for seams. Yeah, I think I got it over here.
I don't know that it's for seams.
You keep saying that, but I'm pretty sure it is. But
I know, and Mo's not there. She just watches because of the time thing. She always watches the reruns.
Reruns. Yes. But see, it's seam binding. I'm quite sure of it.
It just doesn't look like any seam binding I've ever seen. Because it's just... I think this is the kind of stuff that you put on... where you hem a garment, and if you have a ravelly edge, you sew this on, and then you actually stitch this part at the top.
Isn't that seam binding?
No, that's not seam binding.
Okay.
That's a whole different thing.
Okay, let us know in the comments.
Here, I'll wrap that
or
up.
the chat.
I don't want to watch. They don't want to watch that.
Okay. Well, that's what I use there. I love it. It's like the most perfect size for all sorts of things.
It is, and I love it's almost sheer.
Yes.
So it just disappears.
It takes the glue perfectly. So there you go.
And it's very strong.
Seam tape. See?
Seam tape.
It is used to stabilize the seam.
Oh, well,
I told you.
But the other stuff that I'm used to seeing has a...
I think there's a heavier duty. I know what you're talking about. It's almost like folded in.
Cotton, and it's folded over on both sides.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got that.
Okay, let's glue this thing down.
Let's glue it. Now you have to be careful. It's a very fine... It peeks out if you don't...
Well, what I want to do first is figure out where we want our... spiders and who's going to show up, like, how can we get who's showing up where.
And you have to be careful because you'll have a little window in the corner.
Yes. Okay. I like this because there's a spider there and a spider there, but I don't know what your feelings are because, that's corners, but it doesn't feel like it's being accentuated.
No, it isn't, and you have a very wide frame to keep you back into the design.
So, again, I know, and we're going to try to repeat this quite a bit. Love this because spider's going in. This one's kind of heading out, but again, it's pretty subdued in the background, so it's not like a key feature. It's not a focal point that you have telling people to go out of the frame.
Exactly.
If there was a big spider here, I would put him like here, so that way these guys could talk to each other or something.
I know, and I didn't get to use the big spider, Lisa, and I'm so disappointed. I really tried.
Now I could bring him down, but I lose my other spider.
And you still have all your corners covered?
I like this the best because it gets me 2 spiders.
Okay.
Okay. My glue needs to be unglued.
Plunged?
Yes. I've been gluing a lot. What I like to do here is just kind of get one side in place. That way I know I'm in the right.
It's always good to know that this glue dries clear.
Oh, and it is so wonderful. And let me tell you, it's been a little rough working on with all this textured stuff. I mean, our hands are just torn up.
You don't want to be smoothing out some stuff. You want to
this is not a...
grab another piece of paper and push on that baby.
Yeah, like, you know, this.
There. I gave it up. It's rough.
Yeah. So, see, it's kind of an awkward little backside situation here.
This is cut out of the frames that Lisa sent that we ended up, I think we used a few of them, but I don't know. We ended up using most of the ones that we made just because they were wider and we could get a little bit more. I couldn't put the product on those little flimsy ones because they wouldn't have held up at all. They would have warped and been weird and crazy.
Okay. That has been secured. And here we go. Now, I could actually use the double-sided tape versus glue, but I'm going to glue. Go nuts here. This is a bit wider of a space than I typically would use the art glitter on. Usually I keep that for just kind of smaller pieces, but you know.
We do know that it's really, I mean, it has super holding qualities.
It's just a lot of times if you aren't moving quick.
Oh, Judy says she has tons of that seam binding. I will send you some if you want. Different widths. Excellent.
Oh, we love it.
Love it. Okay. The folded one is biased. Yes, the cut on the bias, so it bends around a circle or any bend. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Hem tape is a bit different, though. Seam tape can be used. Bias tape is cut on a bias to allow fabric to go around curves. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Bias tape. See, Mariah, these people know these things.
I figured that they would know.
Which paper did you use to punch holes?
Oh,
that is
the mixed media paper that is no longer there. I've obviously figured out that I'm telling you they had that stuff mispriced. I just I knew it when I saw it. I was like,
dadgummit.
I just bought 2 more, and so I'm pretty happy about that.
I told Mariah, I said, you know, that deal doesn't come along every day.
No.
Let me get you another piece of paper that's not quite so valuable.
Yeah.
This is my original.
All right, there we go. And I love that that's even peeking up a little bit over on this page too, because it hits that same color spot. See? That looks pretty cool.
Because I think you're going to need some more.
This has got some weight to it now. We've got, 2 frames plus the, middle piece. But yes, this is the mixed media. It's lovely. It's the perfect weight because it holds up to the binding, but yet isn't as crazy thick as the chipboard, because that would have caused issue here with gluing down. I would have had a gap.
Yes.
And it would have been really weird and chunky there at the end kind of thing. So, there we go. Another page.
Boom, bada boom.
Bada boom, bada boom. Oh, we need to move you back over.
Yeah, and this one you need to move over. But please remind me, because I want to work on this page. I don't want to get them out of order because
This is taking some doing.
Some time to get them into order. Let me read this. Oh, you can make your own bias tape your own bias ribbon by cutting any fabric on the bias. Then add color with inks, paints, etc. Hey, good to know.
Ooh, look at
But
us
we don't
doing
have a
some
big
tips.
enough piece to go bias because all of our pieces are kind of strips right now. We just have to live with them like they are.
That's fine.
Me too. Friend wanted to get rid of their pastel, so I want to dye it. Yes.
Okay, so you said we're skipping this because you've got ideas about him. So,
Can you? Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of...
That's a good idea. At least we'll have that.
Okay, so then I'm really not going to... I mean, we can glue this
You
down.
can go ahead and glue that down because I like that.
I like this. Okay, so...
I want that page to be plain because the one opposite of it is going to be very unplain.
All right, so should we... Do you guys want to see what this goes with?
I think you should show
Okay.
them. Yeah.
I'm just going to put that there because it'll keep it in stack in the order. All right, you'll
'Cause
remember
this-
this from last week. And sorry that we have the big... Here, hold on. Kind of giving some sneaky peeks here, but... All right. So, this was the frame, the other one that I had done
The technique on.
the technique on with the watercolors, Fine Tech, little wash, and I used 3 different colors on.
Actually, it has been modeling pasted, gel plated, and then
The watercolor wash.
watercolor wash.
So, even though it looks so, like, fancy, and I think that it's perfect because it's very Victorian, I feel like.
I think so too.
We're getting miles and miles out of our washers. I'm telling you, I love them. There's a little magnet in there. Then you flip him over and here's Frankenstein. And then you can see a little bit of the round,
That is
the other magnet.
yes, that is a
So see, and that's why we haven't glued it down to its main page yet and put it all together. We'll get to that here in just a second because it requires some other pages to be thought about with that. But I think that we will be able to finish this one up and be able to show the whole idea of these.
yes, putting the hinge on.
Yeah.
think-
And I think what's great is that all of these hinges all match up. So really the only one that I'm going to have to alter is the cover. And I think that that will be okay. In fact, I may even just... I got ideas about that anyway. Yes. Okay. So let's just... We're gluing this down. Do you like it?
Oh, Judy used to work in a dress factory. No kidding.
Ooh, that's...
Well, I bet you have a lot of good stuff.
And some skills.
And Robin, Ann says, yep, Robin. And
Okay. How do
Becky
you want
says,
this?
I make my own. And Judy P, that is awesome. Yes. And Headless Violin, just massaging my gel plate with baby oil to get rid of a few dents. Hey, does that work? I don't have any dents in mine, but I don't put the baby oil on because I figured it probably wouldn't take the paint.
I've heard people saying that.
Somebody said something about some kind of soap, too.
Oh, yeah, is it the Murphy stuff?
Yeah, because it's kind of oily.
All right. Hey, you need to tell me.
She says that's a cool piece.
Thanks.
Thank you.
She's very proud of it and was very explicit on me. Because I used the outer pieces. You'll see that here in just a second and what purpose that served.
Now, last week, didn't I show how to do these to get all the sides?
Yes.
I did. Okay.
This was all demoed last week. And kind of the start or one of the ways to do your sprays
with the
and
acrylics.
creating that kind of smoky.
Yeah, and this is actually stenciled, and I picked up, you can
Tissue paper.
see the little dots on there? Those are from the spray.
Oh, yes it is.
And
see
I
that
just
now.
picked it up because there was a lot left on the plate after I did something, and yes, I like it kind of cattywampus. That's good. Like it.
Okay, now what I'm going to do with this, because it is the tissue paper, and I don't really feel like putting a ton of
Oh, do you want me
glue
to
on
dot it?
Dear Lord.
Put that over there, I'll dot it.
I'm going to dot you with my Elmer's. what I'm gonna do.
I do my glue in a pattern that's on there so that you don't, because I really am horrible about, and I hate glue sticks.
She does.
They're kind of come under the same category as washi tape.
They have purpose.
They don't stick very well.
Well, you get, what's great is when it has this texture stuff, you can see that it sort of hangs out in those areas. So
well, it'll fall off and I'll get my chance to.
That's right. You'll
pattern glue.
You'll have your I told you so day.
Yeah, you want to use this paper because that's pretty rough.
Going back in my spot there. And what I love is that this is the same stencil.
Oh my goodness, it is. I never even noticed that.
Well, see, you know I love doing that.
Mariah's a lot more matchy than I am. She says, just massaging. My husband gets so jealous of my plate.
That's funny. That's funny. I like that a lot.
I had a visual of that.
There we go. Check that out. I love it. And it just is so nice and subtle. And I love the, what do they say? Like, is it a juxtaposition or the...
Yes, because I think that it's really nice. One side is really busy and has a lot going on. The other side...
Oh, and then see, you can... We decided we kind of liked it.
Yeah, I do. I like it. So
and
that it's touching the edges.
This was just scrapbook paper that had like sort of ledger type stuff in the background and then embossed it. Because I felt it looked a lot like, you know, either stitching or sewing up, which went really well with Frankie. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, moving on.
Oh, and that's some of that sorry stuff too.
Oh, and this is the sticky outy stuff around the edge.
Came from here.
Came from the edge of the...
So see.
Yeah.
There we go on that.
We're going to leave that sticky outy going on there.
Now, the reason that we did that is our next 2-page spread here. And look, I even kept the little pieces to show you.
Okay, this has to go on that
and plus
other
I think
side.
I need it. Oh, I may need that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, so these are little ones. You can tell that these are
see,
little
they're kind of
frames
wonky.
and a little wonky. So it's gonna...
That one's not going to go there. This one's going to go there.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. I got my pages. She needs to go over here.
And this one needs to go.
Did you show her last week? I think you did.
I think I did. Yeah. This goes here.
Yes. But now this gives us the opportunity to kind of figure out how we are going to do the binding piece, which does not look, you know, terribly like appealing.
I'm good with it.
But I think what I'm going to do is I can trim it, because obviously we don't necessarily need that to run the whole thing there. And then later on what I will do is come back in with little pieces, like so.
Oh!
And cover up what's there. I may have to make you make me some more, but I kept every single little piece that was left. But I think I might just have, like, the perfect amount to be able to cover up whatever, or the main
really
part of the black that's going to have to hang out for us
I have
to
some,
do.
I have some more stuff that you can use there also if that doesn't work, because you're going to need some for this side also.
Okay, now, so I am going to shorten this, like I said. And we liked this ruffle business. It's just we didn't think about it in time. What would have been brilliant is if I had glued this down to the back of this, and then I would have already had my stuff done.
Yeah.
This is, we are improvising. And thank goodness I had kept every little scrappy bit. Love these little pocket, the glassine envelopes. They work wonderful for all sorts of things. But there we go. I want to cut this, so I need my chopper.
Yes, the pearlized watercolor video. Do we have one of those?
No, I was telling them about Carrie's. That's what they're referring to.
Oh, okay. Yes. I was gonna say, wow,
Where was I on that?
I missed that one.
I mean, we've certainly used our fine text in about 1 million videos, but we've never done
Just
a.
But I'm telling you, I did discover something when I was doing those frames. And you're supposed to remind me about this, Mark. If you're using the Bristol board, it does not take the fine tech watercolors worth a darn.
Oh yeah, this is kind
It
of
just
new.
kind of pools up and I mean looks like yeah. So if you gel plate over whatever it is, that's how you get a good finish with the watercolors. Otherwise, they're just going to sit there and you're going to be really disappointed and go, I don't know what everybody's talking about. These things really suck.
Well, and it even just like flakes off.
Yeah, just
It's weird. It does not take.
It does not take. And when we get to the page with the eyes on it, that's where I really discovered it. Was when I was trying to get those eyes the color I needed them to be, and they just wasn't happening.
All right, so the best way to do this little piece here is to make sure that I've got enough hanging out over on this side.
And see, I'm really glad you went with that dark fabric because you're not going to have to do anything to the edge on that side.
Right.
Because it looks really great.
And you know, we could even, before we bind it, come in and I can get almost the exact same color thing happening over here. So that'll blend in.
Yeah.
We'll do some finishing work. We're kind of hoping next week is we get to do the big giveaway and may even have some more fun things. We've got some cool things that we're collecting. And so just a little, for those of you that are sticking with us and listening and hanging out here, some other fun things going on at the Peon Artist Studio that we want to give out to you guys. But we'll do little finish work. We'll have it pretty much ready to just do the binding kind of situation. Because P has things that she still wants to do, and it'll be like a final flip through.
It will be, and I want to see if I can get any of those other pages that I had intended to put in there, like the skull page. Mm-hmm. I'm really, I'm have my heart set on that being part of it. And you'll be able to see that, and we can do, I have some ideas about I have frames left over that still have texture on them that I want to try some new processes on. And I'd like to share that with you also.
And see, and by leaving your pages like this up to this point, it allows you to decide whether they're going to be a right or a left page. Because we could still, up until this very moment, would have been able to flip it one way or the other. So it was very important to then, at this stage, start to say what's going to go with what.
Yes.
And the flow of the book. Now, again, I am not going to do this one because we are not done with the science guy stuff, and that will determine what we're going to do once I put the thing with it.
Yes.
Although I could, at least. Well, that's fine. I was going to say keep one with it, but that's fine. All right, that's going to go over there. Actually, that way. Okay. Does she go that way?
You're just being such a poopy diaper head. That's what Izzy says when she can't think of anything ugly to say. She knows she's allowed to say. Okay, I think that's good.
All right. You happy with that?
I'm happy with it.
Okay.
I really like that sticky outy stuff around the edge. I think it works really well with some colors in that gel plate.
It brings you in, and it hopefully is going to move you over to the next page.
Absolutely. She's looking that way.
Yeah, she couldn't go on the other side because she's looking out that way.
Yes, and I told Mariah, I said, we have to make sure that doesn't happen. Because that's exactly the kind of stuff that I do accidentally is I'm going, oh my gosh, I've got it on the wrong side.
And you can see this is one of those frames that Lisa had sent, or the papers that have the frames.
Yeah, because what does it have, little skulls?
Uh-huh.
Which I really like those. I just
again, with the two sides, they just give you the...
It's like my two-sided gel plates. Gel plate prints.
Yes. Just all...
I just try not to waste paper, and you know, sometimes I don't really care if the other side's not visible. It adds a little strength to the, with the glue.
I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you haven't already, and if you're new to the chat, please
I love the page with the washer.
do give us a thumbs
The
up.
edging is so cool. Well, that's the edging.
Okay, wait, which one are you reading?
From Headless Violin, which is Violet.
Chris.
Oh,
No, Headless Violin is Chris. Violet's Violet.
what is this? What is this shame? I wasn't paying attention. Clearing a spot. Okay, Heather says I'm clearing a spot. Okay, I gotta go back up a ways. I now have a watercolor wish list. You know, I was really hesitant about those, but the reason I bought them was they were on sale, and I mean, they were like half price, and I thought, how wrong can it go? So I went ahead and bought them. Then I noticed that they had other sets, and so now we have, I think we have all the sets.
I think so.
We have the red, we have the blue, we have the multi-set, and then we have...
You have the red and the blue one over there.
Yes, I do.
This is kind of the...
That's the one, if you're going to start out with, that I would get.
Yeah, because you get sort of a little bit of everything.
And it has the better purple. Yeah.
That's the better purple.
The other one is kind of a pukey purple. I don't really care for it much.
And then if you are a little bit more budget, needing to be a bit more budget conscious,
Conscious.
there we go. The Calero
Is cheaper.
and it's quite nice, but I tell you what, there is a difference.
That other, the reason you have to put water in these and, you know, go off and have a cup of coffee and go to the bathroom and, you know, drink a hot toddy in order for it to solubilize. You put the water in those fine techs, and I mean, you can use them like right away.
I almost had a moment with her. I was like, oh, did I put that upside down? Oh, God. I had it right. I had just spun it because I was rubbing. So, woo! That made me scared a little bit. Okay. Now, this one's going to, you know, go over here. Why does it say hungry? Hanging?
I don't know.
It's a question. You had a question.
You're not reading it right. What does it say?
No. Hinging.
Hinging.
There we go.
Hinging.
Hinging. Yes.
I was writing that. It was kind of dark over there.
Okay.
And here's kind of a really poopy gel print, which we don't care because we're covering it up basically.
Yeah,
all you're
mostly.
And it was one of those kind of early on attempts to get the sprays to work with the acrylic.
Yes. I think I'm going to put the hinge part on this one on the other side. I'm not going to have to make that decision on, you know, fixing it. Although I do see some things that I really just want to...
Somewhat?
Something that I want to address because it makes me nut.
Oh, yeah. I really suck at that kind of stuff.
She does. Well, she doesn't see it,
I can't see it.
so it doesn't matter to her. That's pretty much how she goes through life.
Yeah. I don't worry about the dust on the top of the refrigerator because I don't see it.
Yeah.
There are advantages to being short. Okay, I'm reading this. They are pricey but beautiful. And listen, they last forever.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I am serious.
I mean, unless you're like watercoloring every day and
yeah, and
miles
using
and
a lot of
miles.
them.
Okay, which way does this go? I think that it goes this way, from what I remember us discussing. Hello. But
Pardon?
This thing.
What about it?
I think when we were talking about it, it went this way, but actually it really needs to go this way.
I don't really have a feeling about that.
I do, because
I
you
just
want to
wanted-
bookend here, because this brings you over.
Yes,
And then it
I
also...
just wanted to see a lot of the impression plate.
Yeah,
thing there.
so this is the Webby, and then that's Artie Squiggles.
Yeah.
That web stencil is
It-
very cool.
It's very cool, and it almost works the same way that
I was a little ho-hum about it.
Semic writing does.
Yeah. So I'm gonna glue this down.
Okay. I'm for it.
Okay, because the little, like I said, so the hinge is gonna go on the other side. On this next page that we're about to do.
Oh, okay. Yes,
I can hide it
Yeah.
in between because we're sandwiching.
Yes, we are.
All right.
I wasn't getting what you were saying there for a moment.
I know.
Okay. The Fine Tech watercolors are a very good price. Oh, right now. Oh, thanks. Okay, Lisa dropped in a thing. Thank you. Above link is some of their
Oh yes,
fave products. Yes.
and the
I
Fine
think
Techs are
this-
listed on there.
Yes.
We'd love it if you use that. That's our affiliate link.
The above link is some.
Someday we'll
Okay.
make like 20
Oh,
bucks.
looks like all my gel prints could be my DIY jelly plate. Thanks for the AV. What does that mean?
Maybe above link.
Oh,
I don't know.
above fave. She says fave products. Okay. I couldn't find it last week. I know. I really think we need to do some organization on that because I looked through that list.
She doesn't. She can't.
I'm like,
find
I
things.
can't find it, Mariah. It's not there. I think we need some.
She's not supporting PM Artist Studio at all.
We need some better categorization.
I
don't know.
I know I need to think about that for sure. Okay.
P&M have the best arty vocab. I know, and it's all very technically sound and supported
Yes.
by the.
I have a note here that we should talk about what backgrounds work and why. Is it too busy? Nice contrast. So,
Okay, well,
there we go. We need to talk about that. And this is pretty funny because this is going to be one of our beginnings of our devil page. This is the big devil. This is it. This is in the set, or the options. I'm quite sure I have it, and I think I even have it listed in both Etsy and because we have the web listed. And then you can get the bigger witch and the bigger devil, the pumpkin, and the cat in the bigger versions. The full set are the little ones, and P wanted those because
they work with the 3-inch gel plate.
Yes.
The round gel plate.
It gets very complicated quickly around here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this goes over here like that.
Yes, that goes there.
This can either be here and then it just has a plain page and we'll come in and embellish or do something or nothing.
I have some ideas for that. That's why I don't want you to worry about what's going to go on the back there because I'm going to do some stenciling that goes with this.
Okay, so he's going to go over here on this page.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't want to center him up because
I want him to kind of be a little bit wonky and kind of, like.
Oh, well, this is. Wow.
She's just being really.
Oh.
I said you need to have a good reason for putting things on the diagonal. It's usually not a good idea.
Normally, when it's my idea, it's terrible
And
I'm not approved.
And I'm going to sign that collage because I'm very proud of it.
It is. It's a good one.
Lisa, it has your red.
Oh yeah, this is the
dyed wax paper.
Yeah.
In more than one spot. I saved little pieces of it. This here is an ink. It actually started out as I was just stamping off on it because I was getting it off my plate because it's ink, and if you don't, it stays on there and it doesn't necessarily come off very well. So I was just stamping it on a piece of paper, and this is what it ended up being.
I love the texture, kind of around his nose and stuff, and how you use this whole part. It's very.
I did. I placed him very purposefully.
I mean, this is all, and it looks like this might have been one of those map prints because paper is actually
yes,
falling off.
It's missing. It's bald in spots.
Yeah, and then this is heavy duty up here. It's been reinforced.
Some of them have homemade washi tape, AKA masking tape in the middle of them. I don't think that one does.
Oh, okay, which palette with Fine Tech is a good one to get? Oh,
AV means I can't type today. I understand that absolutely.
This
Which palette with the Fine Tech is good to get, please? I would get this one, because this has got the most.
It's got the highlights of all the different sets. Because, like, in the other red set, like, you get these plus a few others. But really, there isn't a whole...
Yeah, I'm going to get the others.
And then, like, with the blue ones, then you get these. Now, you know what we don't have is, like, an extended gold set. And because I think there's one.
Well, we have the...
And we have the Coleros. So we felt
cheap
like...
ones,
yeah.
I felt we could do without that. But you can see on these, some of these we really don't use all that much.
Yeah. So there's the whole blues, reds. Whoop.
And you can buy individual ones.
Yeah.
To replace your ones that you use a lot.
I bet probably from like Cheap Joe's or... Now, I think Chris is in the UK, so I bet... Is it Jackson's? Yeah, probably Jackson's. But I don't know if they carry...
Well, aren't these German?
I think that they are. I can't remember exactly.
I'm pretty sure that they are.
Yes, made in Germany. It says on the bottom. Look at that.
Yeah. Pretty amazing that I remembered that.
Yeah, it says so right there. Seems like a lot of the watercolors are German, or then they started hanging out with the British, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was with the other paint.
Yeah, the one that
we don't talk about.
We don't talk about because I'm still trying to make it work.
Okay. With your ideas about what you're going to do with this, do you want me to go ahead and put the binding strip on? Or save that for later?
I think you should save that for later.
Very good.
That's my feeling.
Izzy likes to say that. Save it for later. Put it in the fridge. I'm gonna, get back to that. Sometimes she does.
And sometimes we throw it away and feel real good about that because it has stuff growing on it that wasn't there when we put it in there.
We're saving lives, y'all. Saving lives. Okay, now.
You need to scoot that way over.
Actually, I do want to bring this back in because this is the size, and so is this one. Okay, that's good. So we would apply. We've got to put a binding thing on this, and it will go in between. So it's going to go over here. Sorry,
yes,
I had to think about that in my brain.
Because this is Devil on Ice, and then this is the other one is...
So we decided this is when hell freezes over. Because he's kind of...
kind
of... most of you guys get it.
I see in little cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to glue him...
any of those brands at Michael's? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I really have no idea. But I would try other places because you're not going to get a very good price at Michael's.
No. Well,
unless they have the 40% off.
Coupons, all the coupons.
Yeah, that would be an excellent time to buy them.
Yes.
But I don't have that information at hand. Please make sure to give a like to this video if you haven't yet.
Thanks,
Bless
Lisa.
your heart, Lisa. You are so wonderful.
She's moderating like a champ.
She is. And Sandy, thank you, Sandy. I see that.
Okay, hey, here.
Amazon has them.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And I don't know if I would check Cheap Joe's and Jerry's Artorama. What are some of the other?
Well, so if you are in the UK, I would say yes, the Jackson's Art, but again, maybe Carrie. Mo would come back and
rip a little piece off. I don't like that's almost going off of the page there. That's bothering me.
It bothered me too, but I had already.
You'd already put it down.
I did. Oh, don't even. There we go. Look at that. I'm sorry. Improvising.
Okay, can you do that on the bottom now?
Totally.
Thank you. I'm supposed to be sitting here reading this thing, and I'm watching her do this because I need
peeling paint.
I have to keep an eye on it. You can see why.
There.
Quality control.
That's called distressing.
It's stressing me because
she's getting distressed.
Tearing up my work of art.
That looks fantastic.
It looks fantastic.
Alrighty. Oh, I got a little smudgy bit here, but I'm not worried about that.
I'll just smudge it up some more when I do that other part. It won't be intentional.
So now he's glued down. I'm going to go ahead and get the strip on here.
I might do some more stuff up there in the corner.
Yeah, I think this
too.
page needs some more enhancement. But again, we are just focusing on this is the stage. We are confirming.
Thank you, Mariah. She keeps telling me that.
We are confirming.
Jackson's have Calero, which used to be the same company as Finetech, apparently. I think so, but I think that there's a difference in the quality.
Yes.
And the Finetechs are a little more
Fine.
pricey.
Yes.
That's why. But I've used both of them, so I can speak to that. I liked ordering from Jackson's. I'm not quite in the middle of nowhere. Delivery was quite quick. Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. Hey, and they are everywhere. Like, not everywhere, but they are a lot of places, which is great. And they even have multiple websites.
Now, there's some, see the baddie paper?
Okay, so this was also supplied by Lisa.
Yes.
We wanted to keep this and like still give a nod to that it was scrapbook paper, because we think that it's important to kind of know where things are and where they're going. So hopefully that is everybody. Yeah, I should have warned them. Warning! It's gonna get hot in here. So this is the other, this is, you know, the devil on fire.
You said when hell freezes over. That was the other one. This is still a hot.
Yes. Look at this. I just want you to know that I'm so very, very happy about how this turned out. You want to tell them about it?
No, I don't, but I want to say the reason I handed this off to Mariah is because you do not necessarily want to be doing stenciling over textured paper because it doesn't go well.
Yeah.
And I said, Mariah, I can't do that.
And I said, that's okay. I got an idea.
So then I stenciled on to tissue paper, white tissue paper.
White tissue paper. I then, once it was dried, the stenciling, I went ahead and tore around it. Or did I do that after? I think I did it before. Sometimes it's nice to tear after you've sprayed, but I had it pretty saturated, and I knew I was going to saturate it because I really wanted the red to take. I used, let me show you, to get, and this was one of those fluke things.
Oh,
like,
Carrie said I thought that long thin paper was going to be a pitchfork. Oh my gosh, that would be so good.
well, we could totally make that happen.
Oh, we can totally, and we have room.
We keep the scraps, and
Oh,
there's a pocket.
that is a great idea.
There's a pocket that's going to happen here, y'all. Okay, where's my pomegranate? You've moved things around again. I tell you what, lady. Ay, 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 ay. She's not putting things back on the
glass
cart.
of ice water would be hilarious on this.
That would be pretty funny.
That let me work on the other page. Absolutely.
Well, what would be funny is
Judy
if
says towering inferno.
they're getting excited about the fire page. All right, where is pomegranate?
I don't use pomegranate
there
ever.
it is. It got covered up by all the other stuff. My chair is driving me nuts. Like it is. Just
I don't hear it.
Okay, so I used the Mr. Huey's, which again, sorry, this stuff is very hard to find, and most of the time, most colors aren't available. But if you can get your hands on it, highly recommend it. Love this stuff. Haven't found anything else that is like it.
No.
It's interesting.
I don't know what its composition is, but it's very unique.
And they are kind of different. Like the Lindy's, each one of those has different, like there's the Flat Fabio that obviously has like a more white pigment in it, which is similar-ish to Distress Oxide in the fact that like it has a more opaqueness to it, but it isn't like opaque. So there are similarities across the board. Mr. Huey's kind of has some of that across some of the colors. But this Lucille is an awesome red, but it is really kind of bricky. And I needed to up the... What color
Lori B says, I love Huey's. I know.
Yeah.
But they're no longer.
Very hard to find. Now, the ladies over at the Happy Paper Place, Happy Paper People, they have different they have little sales, online sales and everything. They're not with us this morning. I wish they were here. But they do sales, and she was able to find us some Mary Mary. Was it Mary Mary?
Mary Mary. And Mary Mary is one of my favorites.
Yeah. Anyway, so there are still some out there. I don't know that they're being produced, but you can still find them. But anyway, mix these two together, and it matched just about perfectly. What you see there is the little bit of shine is obviously the glue. But I'm okay with that. I'm very pleased with that. And then so as it was drying, when it was still wet, I applied the glue and then very lightly came in with my little stubby grungy brush and tapped it in. So now you see it has the texture from the texture paste, plus it brought through the texture that was there from the embossing folder. And this is our little...
Voila.
Now this is the small double that is part of the set that we will be doing the giveaway
No,
with.
I think that that's Gen 2.
Well, I know, but he's in this size of him.
3-inch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought he looked a little bigger. You know, we have 3 different sizes of devils.
Who knew?
We got them covered. I'm going to make a pitchfork, though. I am going to make a pitchfork.
Yes, I love that idea. All right, now, I pre-cut this because there's going to be a pocket. Now, I'd like to know, and you guys let us know here in the chat, what are your thoughts on creating... I could tear this a bit, and then a little bit more of the bats are seen.
Well, I don't think you have bats in hell. Bats are in caves.
What about
I guess
the
it could
saying
be bats
with the,
from hell.
Is it a bat out of hell? Or is it bat out of hell?
Yeah. Bats, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Let us know. Inquiring minds.
Well,
Somebody Google that, please.
If you're going to do any tearing, I want you to tear from the orange and yellow side, not the black side, because I really like that black edge. It looks like coals.
Right. So you would like it to be torn up here.
Yes, rather than down below.
And I'm not talking a lot. I'm just a very fine, or we just leave it slick like it is, and the pocket just is this sort of ripple. Let us know what you guys think. I'm going to have a little coffee.
I drank all mine.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's what I see. I do that a lot whenever, but if you're
just
doing
sitting
things,
yeah, no, you don't. I have almost a full thing when I'm jump plating.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, let's move along.
Remember, we got to give them a chance to answer.
Oh,
What are their
okay.
thoughts? I'll tell you what.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, that was the song. I love that.
Me too. Meatloaf. That would be good. Bats in caves leading to hell. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have some bats in hell.
Well, geez, don't sound...
Bat out of hell. Yes, that's the saying.
Yeah.
Okay, now if you mess that up, I'm gonna be really angry.
Okay.
Here she goes. Boy, I wouldn't do this.
No. Okay. So I'm using my other finger to guide. I do this a lot. I tell you what, tearing things just makes me happy.
It just makes me angry because it never ever quite works out the way I intended it to.
Yes.
Love meatloaf, his music, and the kind you eat.
Yes.
Me too. I'd love to have a meatloaf sandwich about right now.
Oh, we should make some meatloaf this week.
Out of my favorite albums, Carrie. What's vegan loaf for you, Carrie? Oh, probably soybeans, I'm guessing, would be your source.
And, you know, we haven't paused right now, but we were doing the meals, and they have this, what is it? What did they call it? Barely? Or almost? What is it? The meat that's not really meat? It's not too bad, especially if you mix it in with... I think meatloaf would be a perfect thing for it.
I know. Meatloaf is something that can be absolutely atrocious.
But if you do it right...
We had some really good glazing stuff. Remember that one that we got?
Like
it was
when
wonderful.
they do these fusion ones. All right, look at that. See, just enough
Oh, that is absolutely wonderful.
hint of it.
And I hope you're not going to...
Ooh, you know what else I want
Don't
to
you...
do?
What are you going to do? You're going to color the edge.
No. Oh,
I like the white.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm not messing with that. Although I did think about it, don't you?
I knew that you did.
I didn't.
Because that's why I said something.
All right. One of the things that you can do, especially to scrapbook papers and whatnot, to bump up their...
Oh, Sharon's with us now. We've been talking about you. Are your ears burning?
Yeah, with somebody, did they let you know?
Your nose itching? Something
We're
like that.
talking about the sale. And if you guys can find...
The Mary Mary. We've been using Mary Mary.
Well, I used the Lucille on this. This was Lucille. But, all right, what I'm going to do, I don't want to put it where I'm going to have glue, but I want to bump this black up. So
Bats have gone extinct here in Nova Scotia. Oh, if you spot one, they want you to report it so they can see where they're hiding. Bless their little hearts.
Aw.
Bats are really important to the ecosystem.
Yeah. We have them around here. We used to. I have seen them.
Okay, so
There.
no. Why are you doing that? Ah, so it slips in and out.
Well, that plus it's nice and shiny.
Ah.
You know. It's,
Wow, there you
yes.
go.
All right, now.
Shine up your pockets.
Okay, what I'm going to do here, are we done? I need to remember to, leave
Hi,
my
Sharon.
pocket open, but glue everything else down. So, I want to mark that out.
Oh, Carrie has a bat detector that picks up their sounds.
Oh, that's cool.
That's very cool. Well, somewhere, I don't know, downstate in Austin, they have people go out and watch the bats.
Oh, yeah, they have them, over at the bridge.
Yes.
They just...
It's just like a big deal. I hope they still are there. I haven't heard about that.
Would assume so.
Oh, you're going to...
I am. Just because this is a pretty big spot. So, I'm going to...
This is what I did with my kitty. And this kind of cheap glue, it's not nearly as nice as...
But it gives you a little time to... Because I'm matching this up, I did leave extra, so I'll come back and trim it. But, Peg over at Two Old Crows. I learned that from her. But this allows you a little swooshy time.
Coffee, I know. I need some more coffee. I grew up with bats getting in the house. Great excitement. Oh, yeah. Bat crazy. Oh, I love it, Judy. That's what I should do. I should try to come up with a whole bunch of little sayings to write on the back of the pitchfork, that have to do with bats.
There we go. We talked about making a bat character or
Oh, I have one in the makes. I'm using... Did I talk about that last week? I think I did.
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember. Well, anyway, I have this little guy, and it was in one of those little cards that you sent Lisa. It was called Bat Boy. Well, I'm taking my... taking the stuff that I pull off of my brayers, the skin, and I'm making the bat wings from the skin for Bat Boy.
Bat Boy.
But I just haven't had a chance to really... That kind of artwork takes a long time to do, and I haven't had that luxury of time. Because my main job here is nanny granny.
Jeez. She lost her job as nanny granny, as you can tell.
Well, sometimes I do.
Yeah, some days are better than others. She's
Some
4 and things are trying. Now, let's say, these gel prints sometimes offer a bit of... You really got to mush them out and then keep working them because they get a little...
Yeah, you can use that thing on there because it's all acrylic paint, so I don't think there's anything on there that would come off.
Okay. Looky there. I'm going to do one more swipey down here. I got to get that corner, for whatever reason, didn't hit it. You can hear the texture. Although this is the pocket, there isn't any glue there.
And it really, it's just the regular stuff. This is before I discovered.
But this is like, you kind of want to, you saw that I sort of tried to start it there and then lay it down and get it up and stretched. Sort of in an upward and over motion.
Yeah, because it was kind of a wonky. Well, you can tell from this piece. See,
I keep
wonky.
forgetting my pen to put it back here, and that's all right. I'll do it out. I didn't think I put that much in there, but I did. Alrighty, looky there. This is why I love the mixed media paper too. Like it just
It does. It's some marvelous stuff, and even if it is full price, I think we should go ahead and.
Oh yes, call that a PM love. Like I said, I left some area to play with there, so that way I can trim that afterwards. A lot easier to not try to match it up. Leave yourself extra.
Yeah, especially if you're doing
Right.
the size
and
of
see,
that.
now we have little bats kind of coming out there. That's awesome. Look at that. So he's either peeking out or you got the eye. Very pleased with that. I'm going to actually leave that out and put this under because that's one of the things about this stuff here.
Yeah, it ripples.
It ripples. It takes time to dry, but it allows you that
reading.
time to be able to spread something out this large and get it nice and stretched out.
Okay.
So,
Oh, that's cool. Bats in your belfry. Oh, that's Heather said the same thing. Oh, that's another one.
all right,
I'll have to go through this and write all these down.
I know. So we're at, oh, geez, we've just got 20 minutes. Okay.
We need to move along.
Holy cow. I really didn't think that we had.
No, I didn't either. See, when you're busy, time flies.
Okay.
Another devil, gray one.
Oh, this goes with that stuff over
He's
there.
depressed.
And let me tell you, okay, so, and we had talked about this at one point about the whole, like, chopping things that have the glass beads in it.
Oh.
Yeah, let me tell you, if you don't like nails on a chalkboard, that is also a sound
I
that
was
you
going,
don't.
oh my gosh, what is that? Because I was on the other side and I didn't know what she was doing.
I went at
I
it.
said, that's a terrible sound. Don't do that again.
I said, well, I got to do some more real quick. Still
Those
gets
little
me
glass beads are all going.
shivers. Shiver me timbers.
Throwing something on a cement floor. Horrible.
So, best to have your thing worked out before. And I'm telling you, like, beads are still kind of rubbing off on it, too. So, that's going to be the opposite of this page. I think this is pretty much done. You said I don't know if you're going to come back and do any other little things. Maybe write something in
I
here.
don't know.
I don't know. Some things. So, that's going to go here. I gotta get this under here, otherwise it's gonna be wonky. And I'm kind of rushing through a little bit because I do want to show you guys this. This was one of those things where it was like, it was worth the time. Because it really is cool. Let me,
Oh no.
no, you're fine. It's
Okay.
fine. No worries. Check that out. And then these are my pieces and parts. So we're going to go through how I assembled and worked with what I was given.
Yes, did you hear?
Oh, hello, Margalo. Good morning. From Washington
From Washington.
State. Washington
Oh,
State.
Sharon says Margalo lives near me.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, hello, Margalo.
Well, good morning.
We're now moving into spider webs.
Yes.
So, these are the little people that P made when we were doing the demos.
With the different kinds of water-soluble pencils.
Correct. And then these are more of our little frames. You saw those on the witches page.
Yes, and they have been gel plated because the watercolor was not sticking.
It's so weird. Like, I mean, it's a cool effect and kind of gives it this gooky old look which was great for what we're doing. But keep in mind that, see, like, it didn't take there.
Yeah.
So bizarre. And this is Bristol board.
Yeah.
Not necessarily recommended for watercolor anyway, I would assume.
Well, a lot of people use it just mixed media.
Yeah, it's sort of.
Yeah.
And this is the low end, like super cheap stuff.
Yeah. This
We
is
always
kind
look
of stuff
for it.
you get at
Yeah.
Walmart.
Mainly we use this for like all kinds of just cutting out like things for the Cricut and whatnot. Because it's good for that. So, doubled them. See, they have... And thank goodness if she didn't do this on purpose, but there was 2 big ones. 2 little ones. So that worked out.
Happy accident.
Happy accident. I got glue all over me. Alright, so then I wanted to do like this spinner page. But then she's like, no, I want a web. And I'm like, holy cow, do you understand how much a web is going to take? And that, you know, this was that crazy frame that she was very proud of, and as she should be. Lots of work went into it. Not to tell you, this took some time. This was probably a big...
Why did that do that?
Oh.
It blinked.
Okay, yeah. We buffered for a second there. I don't know. It is not us. We have tested our internet. It is all fine. So this either is Streamlabs or it is YouTube. One or the other. I don't know.
I don't either.
It's above my pay grade. I'll tell you that.
I love that interactive web. Isn't that? I know. I do too.
I glued down each and every one of these. So I'd like glue piece, or put glue, hold it, bring it, put glue, hold it, cut.
Buffy back. Yes.
Yeah, so I did all that. And then you can see this one I haven't put the black cover over yet. It actually still looks pretty cool. I just don't know what its, you know, longevity of... It really has to be secured, I think, more. Especially since we're going to be taking something in and out of it. It was our feeling. But, so we have that to do. And we're going to show that. And I already even measured it because it is wonky. You can see that it's not exactly square. And I did my very best to match it up. And then this goes over it to do that. And then I was like, well, it just seemed really like square, blocky, block, and not a lot of interest there. So then we made this decision. And looky here, this is even interactive. I didn't glue them down. I don't think that I want to. But it's also P's call. Oh, that one got kind of there. Look at that.
I like the fact that you might decide, because the way you put your portraits in, you know, you might need more weight at the bottom, or maybe you need more weight at the top. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just really like it, and I really like the blue because it reflects colors from the opposite page.
And then when the frames are
and
in
the
there.
people are kind of blue.
Yeah, so let's get that glued down.
Okay.
Questions?
That is
thoughts?
so cool.
Answers?
I just did a refresh. All good now. Excellent. Put the stuff you used for X-ray hand over it. Put the stuff you used for X-ray. Oh, put the stuff you used for the X-ray hand over it.
Well, what do you mean? I don't understand.
I think she's talking about the binding tape. Yes?
Oh, yes, that would be.
Did you use
Now these are just some
electric thread? Absolutely.
No, this is button thread.
Hooked up to a power source.
Button thread, which was great. This is perfect thickness.
No, to protect threads. No.
That would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
The seam binding would have and added a certain texture to it. I also thought about bringing ribbon across here and doing something kind of funky with some ribbon. But this is what I had on hand, and then so P just put these on the gel plate and printed them with, oh, our lovely little gnat is back. I swear we had one visit us all day yesterday.
Oh, I think that's his cousin.
This is the next generation.
Yeah.
But look at this. I mean...
Oh, acetate over string. I like the slides.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Like a protective sheet over the threads.
Yes, but we want access to our threads so that way we can put our people in them.
Yeah, they have to be caught in the web.
And we like it on both sides because the thing is that, oh, here. And I'm going to show you how I did this. That's extremely simple. You could even hold people in with those. I just like that. It's kind of like a Chinese puzzle. But if you stuff them from a different side, you get different strings. And you can even use the little edge there too. I played with this quite a bit. What's else? But see, isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's
Our
like
little webby people.
Still waiting on coffee. I know, my coffee delivery service isn't quite up to par either.
All right, and so one of the other reasons I did this over here is because there was a weird cut there that I didn't anticipate. So P's always making it interesting for me. As you can see, like if you wanted to center this up like it is down there, or sort of, it doesn't really. So you just kind of have to choose which direction you want to go with it. I'm going to go with matching it up to the edge, just because I sort of like that idea. I need to trim this. One of the quick ways I did it yesterday was keeping it like that, because this is don't assume anything is straight situation.
You measure on site.
Yes. And there we go.
Heather likes your idea for the web in the frame too, Mariah.
Oh, thank you. Okay, and see, look, that one's a little fat. All right. Put a little glue down there. I really wanted the circles to be black, but then what was crazy is these are like the ones that I sent to Sharon, and we're the generation that we used the sprays with, and they have distress spray on them. And distress, especially the white picket fence stuff, comes to the top no matter what. And so that's why this was licorice on top of, so it was the Izink licorice on top of very colorful, here I can actually show you some. We have more.
We call them the Easter egg set.
Yeah, this is the Easter egg versions. Carrie will love these. These are very Carrie Gethson colors. But see, they have been sprayed with that. And so forever, no matter what color they are, that little white kind of frostiness will come to the top. So if I send these to you, keep that in mind.
Yeah. You might have to bust out your black acrylic paint.
Like you may have to gesso those for it not to be an issue.
Oh, Sharon says, I love them.
Okay. Just something to kind of keep in mind there. All right, we're at 7 minutes. Oh, we almost made it. We almost made it through every single one of these. I was just sure that we could have, but a few more pages.
Just give them highlights.
A lot of those probably need more done anyway.
Yeah. So
we're just going to leave it here at this guy. If you have come in late, still give us, let us know. Give us thumbs up. Do the giveaway thing. Let us know in the chat whether you are interested in that. You still have all week long to even share this stream. So you can just use the share directly from YouTube. But make sure it is this stream. And that way we can get other people watching this and hopefully coming back and making comments. And then if you are in the Makers of Mixed Media group, let us know there that you have shared, because that does help us, know. I did that one upside down, didn't I? That's okay. Just look.
What?
See, I flipped it the other way. But that's all right.
Well,
I can pop it up.
Put it in the middle. You can probably flip it over.
But that's funny. This is what happens when you're talking and trying to do
I
some
love
things.
the huge paper clip. Oh, yeah.
Yes, these come in quite handy for you. We haven't done embellishing of these. That's a good one, though. If you haven't seen that one, do pop over, and it'll probably be in the end cards or whatever.
It's not very long either.
No, it's P's version is 15 minutes, and mine was 10. There you go. All right, so that's kind of the thing. Be sure to do all of that stuff so that way at the beginning of next week, and I think that you must be present to win in the live stream of next week. Because I want to give it to somebody that's in the stream.
Loving your stuff. Thank you,
Becky. That's so sweet. So that's pretty much it. Next week, like we said, we will do the final little embellishing and whatnot. Do the giveaway.
And you'll be able to see the stenciling that I do on the rest of it.
Look at that. We did a stream.
I might do some more stuff on those. I don't really like the way those side pieces look in the... I like them when they're down here, but I don't like them up there.
She's not liking the way they look. Especially now that this one hangs low. This is hang low. These hang high.
That is so bad, Mariah.
Do your knees wobble.
Judy says, good to see all of you. Okay. Right. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
See you next week.
Well, we could do our last little... Bye, guys.
Hi.
Hi and bye.
Hi
we'll
and
see
bye.
you next week. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, it was fun.